start doom scrolling. Oh Lord.
Sorry, the missus.
Oh,
My bad.
Oh,
you can hit me in the hot seat today. You can hit me in the hot seat. I'm sorry. It's
Come on.
the missus. My bad.
Anyways, welcome back to the podcast. If you're first time viewer here, welcome for joining us. If you've been here before, appreciate for coming back. We're down a man today, but it's alright. We're gonna still give you all a pretty good show today. Got a lot of stuff to cover, especially that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul card. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming back. Episode 4. But yeah, let's just get into it. So first things first, man, that fight card. Oh my god, bro.
Just a waste. Are these on?
Yeah, they're on.
I just want to make sure my chain doesn't
No, you'll be straight.
tap it. Okay, lit.
Anyways, that fight card, man, that was
Something.
That was disappointing. 4 hours I waited, watched through fights. Pretty good fights, by the way. Let's see, we had the Barrios versus Ramos fight. That was pretty good fight, not gonna lie. There might have been another one before. No, it was that one. Yeah, first fight, solid fight, not gonna lie. I don't know if you didn't really watch it, but
I was at a concert, so
that's
I
all right.
didn't.
I'll give you the highlights. It was a pretty good fight. If you, I definitely recommend if you haven't seen it, go check out the highlights. It was a pretty entertaining fight, not gonna lie. After that, we had the Goyat versus Nunes fight. I'm butchering that, but also a solid fight. Yeah, it was. I mean, hey, a lot of punches being thrown, long rounds.
Throwing haymakers in there.
Yeah, they were actually cooking. That boy Goyat was actually throwing crazy combos. He was going crazy. And then after that, we had the long-awaited Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano rematch, part 2.
Yeah, they were throwing.
Back 2 years ago when they were versed in Garden City, which was also thanks to Jake Paul for putting that thing together and then putting this whole thing together.
Dang.
Which is shout out to him for making that whole thing happen.
He's just plowing money at this point.
I mean, hey, gotta make your money somehow.
I guess.
Hey, but that fight though was actually so good.
Oh, the ladies, they
were
leaking.
Oh yeah,
they were beating.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, that was the most entertaining fight of the night by far. I mean, it was just the co-main event, which was, I mean, still pretty big, but really really good. Also, Netflix, bro, don't do that again. That was terrible, bro. That whole streaming service was messed up, bro. It was buffering for everybody.
Yeah.
There was too many people trying to get on.
They about to lose stock.
Yeah, their stock about to
plummet. Yeah.
But anyways, and then the long-awaited Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight came, and it was final contract, baby boy. And it was disappointing to say the least. It was
rare
so
cheeks on camera.
very. If you were blessed to see the live thing of when it happened, let's just say you saw some Mike Tyson cheeks.
I love you too.
I love you too.
Butt cheeks. That whole thing.
Zoomed in too. I'm not gonna put a clip because that'll get demonetized 100%. But
you can blur it out.
No, I'm not putting it in, bro. I'm not gonna put it in. If they want to go see it, they can see it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it is everywhere.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, unblurred live stock footage.
Like it's on ESPN. It's on SportsCenter.
It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram.
Yeah, so it's just out there.
Man, that was.
He was moving stiff.
It was so bad. I mean, like we were talking about it before we started recording. It's like the post before, like he looked so good. Like he was moving quick,
fluid.
He looked like Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
and then he got on the canvas.
He looked like Mike Tyson. It's like, ew, he's 68, like 58, but
58, but
he's moving like he's 68.
He's moving like he older. Yeah, he was not.
No, we knew it was scripted from the jump.
I mean, it was a money grab. I mean, Jake Paul walked away with 40 mil. He walked away with 20 mil, which I mean, hey, end of the day, you lose or win, you are making money. And I mean, hey, that fight was just so disappointing.
Drake
the highlights on YouTube is 2 minutes long.
That's terrible. That's a highlight. Highlights should be no more than 30 seconds. If that. Honestly, 15 seconds. They should be quick cuts, not, oh my gosh, I'm watching half this fight right now.
Yeah,
that's not a highlight.
Like, literally, the highlights is 2 minutes of them just, there's so little highlights. It was literally just the whole fight, pretty much.
Him biting his gloves.
Oh, he's biting his gloves the whole time. weaving like crazy.
Yeah, he was weaving.
I will tell you, he got a couple good shots on Jake, but Jake was definitely controlling. I mean, he won, but he was definitely controlling that whole entire canvas the whole time.
So this is scripted.
I think the final scorecard was like, I think the judges gave Mike the round in like I think it was 3 and 4 or something like that, and then everything else was Jake. Like it was not close at all, but it's like
he's a senior citizen.
Yeah, he is a senior citizen. That was a senior abuse that we just witnessed. It was so bad.
That was fake.
I literally stayed up for like 4 hours just to watch that garbage fight. As soon as the fight was over, I turned the TV off and I walked upstairs and went to bed. I was like, this is terrible.
My dad said he wasted his time. He said, I stayed up knowing I have work in the morning.
Right, and I was just like, they could have just had it one. I mean,
just had that fight.
I mean, honestly though, I can't complain too much because the rest of the fight card was actually really good, and I mean that Katie Taylor Amanda Serrano fight was actually so good. I mean, like if it was just that and that was the main event, I wouldn't have been mad. That
would have been satisfied.
No, I would have been satisfied. It was good, and then I got disappointed after that one. I was like, okay.
My God.
The thing that made me mad about it the most was they drawed it out so much. It was really like, all right, Taylor and Serrano fight done. All right, let's just go ahead and yap to the commentators, and then we're going to bring it down to the people that are next to the canvas. They're going to yap for a little bit. They're going to send it back. They're going to go to commercial. They're going to send it back again. They're going to do the highlight reels for each of the people, by the way.
Oh, my gosh.
They're going to walk out. Jake Loki had a fire walkout. He walked out with a, I'll put a clip up, but he walked out with a customized Gas Monkey truck, lowered truck. I think it was clean. I ain't gonna lie.
I saw his shorts. His shorts were nice.
And then Mike Tyson walked out with a raggedy shirt that had holes in it, and it was just him. He didn't have nobody else with him. It was just him walking out. It was so bad, bro.
Well, he was ready to kill him.
Something like that. Jake's kit that he had on that was like crazy expensive. Like it was all bedazzled. Like
I saw it. I was like,
his shoes had diamonds in them. His shorts had them in them. Relax.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
flaunt. He has to flaunt. That's him.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
You got all that money.
All that money and more coming their way.
Plowing.
Yeah, Netflix is gonna go bankrupt after that. But yeah, that was kind of that whole thing that happened. It was so disappointing.
Like a vacuum or something.
Yeah, kind of.
Like an attachment piece.
Or exhaust tip or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But my friend passed away this morning. Didn't even know. So looked at social media. But don't get back to that. I can get on like this.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened yet. But
Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely be putting prayers towards that family, definitely. Once we figure out what exactly happened.
Yeah, what happened and all that.
I mean, it's crazy. Life's short.
Yeah, really short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Dude, week's been busy, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm tired now, but that's just because I was out late last night.
Yeah, same. At my house.
I'm trying to think of the week. I got back like Sunday night. Well, like more like Monday morning back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I had a quiz this week. I had a project, 2 projects due. I still have photos to edit.
Yeah, how did those shoots go?
Oh, shoots were great.
You get your bag?
I did. I'll be making another bag after we leave here.
Word.
But I'm still editing them, so first pass is done, but
it's always that. It's always them revisions, man. Revisions.
Bro. It's a lengthy process, but you know.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
God's opening doors, so I can't even complain. But I mean, the week has been productive. It's been long, but we made it through. It's good. I'm back home again, so.
Yes, sir. Hey.
Week number 3 now?
Yeah.
4, whichever it is.
Us thinking in the beginning that we were only getting him like once every now and then, and we got him 3 episodes in a row.
And that's when Patty was like, "Oh, we won't see him a lot." I said, "Patty,
Get
the month
ready.
of November, you'll see me a lot. December, you'll probably see me quite a bit. But January,
It's back to
it's
nobody.
back to grind. Yeah.
I've been thinking about it for whenever you're kind of back to grinding at school and stuff more. We'll probably try and see if we can get some guests on. See, maybe. Been thinking about
That's smart.
a few people. I mean, hey, I mean, it's like,
Why not?
why not? I mean, we're still going, but we're definitely gaining more attention
Yeah.
in terms of
We're getting traction.
yeah, we're not dying. So I mean,
Yeah.
and it's not like back to what we were saying last episode. We're not just posting and we're getting 0 views and like, all right, cool, we're done. But we're still going, so might as well start expanding and getting outside our little bubble here.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
How about you? How's the week?
It's good. Very productive. Really good week. Finally passed my stick welding test. Yeah. A little clap up there.
Clap
Yeah.
up for that.
Yeah, I'll put a little picture of the bend test that I did for any of you that probably know what it is. And if you don't, well, figure it out. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, so basically I'm just gonna keep it about you weld something on it and then they just bend it to make sure the weld doesn't snap or break or crack or whatever.
Yep.
Pretty much as simple as that. And then all the other stuff you have to do with it. But yeah, I think I'd been on the process for about probably like a month, which was a lot longer than I. Hello?
A lot longer than you wanted it to.
Yeah, that. I didn't really plan on being on it that long because I had done it before, so I was kind of being like, all right, I'm gonna fly through this, and then I got stuck, and I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, so now we're on TIG.
Well,
My speciality.
mm-hmm.
I just dropped about $300 on a TIG rig. My parents dropped about $300 on a TIG rig.
That was like,
yeah, it's pretty nice. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, I've just been locked in, honestly. Even just from Monday to Tuesday, I was locked in just trying to get ready for that test, and then on Wednesday, test day, baby, was locked in. Mad nervous, I ain't gonna lie, but then did the bend test, perfect. I was like, all right, cool, I can breathe now.
feel that.
Now it's just back to work again, just
back to the grind.
But yeah, back to the grind on just getting stuff done again. Just
Yep.
same old, same old.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different process, but hey, gotta do it somehow. I'm almost done, so I think I'm like almost 60% in. So well, I mean, I'll be done in February, early February. Give me a job, start making
J.O.B.
that big money, some bread. I ain't talking brioche.
No, he's talking about
bread.
Bread. Yeah, I was about to say brioche. I was like, that was the bread I was saying. Can't say that.
Yeah.
Cannot say that. That would be whack.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, pretty good week. Really just been grinding, honestly. It's all I've been doing. Parents have been away, so I've just been
thugging
alone. Oh yeah. No, I've just been thugging, low key. Just school, come home, eat, work on some YouTube stuff, kind of get some ideas. I've been pushing out more shorts. If y'all haven't seen it, just been trying to get more of an audience, because I mean they have honestly helped to get us more viewers and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of just been my week. If Patty was here, if we talk about his week, but he's not here. Did we ever figure out why he's not here, or is he just kind of just saying I'm not gonna be there?
I don't know.
He kind of just said he wasn't gonna be here, and that was kind of the end of it.
He was like, "You gonna be here this weekend?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, all right.
Is he at home?
This joker at home.
Bro. Patty, you're gonna get put in the hot seat. You ain't even here yet.
Nah, I guess he's tired of being in the hot seat. So
yeah, he's probably.
It's valid why he didn't want to show up.
I mean, hey, he was just. You don't want to get put in the hot seat again. Hey, we'll all get our chances to get put in the hot seat.
I already probably honestly got put in the hot seat.
Right
at the beginning of the
episode. Yeah, right in the beginning of the episode. It wasn't even intentional.
No, I wasn't.
Just press play.
Yeah, it was like, well, I gotta.
Bro already started doom scrolling.
We got the lady back, the missus.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Man. But, yeah, I've got a couple things that I kind of want to go into. A lot of stuff that I've been thinking over the week. And, yeah, I mean, just kind of some main stuff I want to talk about before I get into the kind of questions that I want to answer, more or less. I want to just kind of briefly talk about, like, some mental health stuff. And I bet Melissa probably got some things to say about it as well. But man, the world's hard, you know? It's like, there's a lot of stuff going on, there's a lot of noise. We were saying it last episode, it's like, devil can get really loud. He's real creative with what he says and what he does to kind of distract you and put you down. And it's like, especially now in a day where it's like, there's technology and it's just only getting better and it's only getting more of a day-to-day use with literally everything. And just like constant different like social whatever it is, just like different changes in the social everything. It's like people are trying to have an opinion, you get shot down, or it's like you say the wrong thing at the wrong time,
Yeah.
or it's just like if you don't look like this, or you don't have this kind of job, or you don't make this kind of money by this age, it's like you're not doing good in life. It's like there's so much pressure to like I guess succeed. You know what I mean? And I feel like that can probably put a lot of people down, especially people that are kind of either looking towards college or in college or just kind of figure out what they want to do with the rest of their life and stuff. I mean, I definitely thought about it a lot. Like, man, I really picked the right career path. And then I look at the money, I'm like, yeah, I definitely picked it in a little bit. But it's just like, I feel like a lot of people can really get put down and get into some dark places, you know? I mean, I've been there. Malik's been there. I mean, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, if you kind of can't figure out why you want to be here, it's like, just look to God. It's like, I've said it to a couple people before, and it breaks my heart that I've had to say it before to a couple people just because of how broken and hurting they are. And it's like I can't imagine. It's like I've been there. I've been in a place where I didn't want to be here at some point because I was just so deep in a hole that I couldn't get out of. But it's like the if they've tried to or if they just been thinking about it, it's like man, it's like God put you here for a reason, and you can't just like give up. I mean, you can, but it's like what would it have all been for? It's like God put you on here on this earth to have some sort of goal and to just do what he wants you to do and just he has a plan for everybody. We said it a bunch on this podcast, especially last episode. But it's like for me, I'm glad that I'm still here. Obviously, I'm also glad I never attempted to. But it's like when those thoughts get loud, it's really hard to kind of peek over that hill that you kind of dug yourself in. It's like when you're so deep in that hole you can't even see out of it. It's like the only thing you see is just dirt. You just see the negative stuff, and
It's easy to stay in there, just get comfortable.
yeah, it's really easy to get comfortable in that kind of state where it's like, man, this happened. It's just like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with whatever. I'm done trying to date. I'm done trying to find a job. I'm done trying to do school. I'm just done with life. It's like at that point you're just letting the devil win. It's like he wants you to be in that spot or he wants you to do what he wants and not what God wants. Cuz God wants you to do he wants you to have good job and a good place environment that's powered and like it keeps your faith like challenged but also like right at the top of your mind. He also wants you to have like a good marriage with somebody, a God-centered marriage or a relationship. Even with just your parents like we were talking about last time. He wants you to have good relationships. The devil wants to rip those apart and he wants to put the wrong people together, the wrong job uh, placements together. He wants to put just the wrong combinations together to make it seem like you're actually happy, but in reality it's just temporary happiness. And I think another kind of segue for that would be addictions. Even just like a lot of addictions are dopamine filled. Um, with alcohol addictions, it's like man, you keep drinking so you can forget about something, and at that point, it's such a norm to just pick up that bottle, pick up that drink in the morning, at night, wherever whatever time it might be. It keeps your mind away from reality,
Yeah.
and it can definitely keep you where the devil wants you. He doesn't want you knowing what's going on. He doesn't want you to know the actual truth. He wants to keep filling you with lies and keep filling you with that drink, filling you with that weed or whatever addiction you might be struggling with.
Yeah.
It's like even pornography is like it's a lot of people struggle with it, and it's that kind of dopamine, temporary dopamine that you get from it, and then it's like, okay, what was it for? And then Satan's just like, yo, keep going back to it. It's you felt happy, you'll feel happy again once you do it. But with God, it's just like, man, it's like, why would you do that? It's like, I've clearly set out a path for what I want for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, to just go against it, it's like, I mean, goes back to day one, Adam and Eve. It's like, in that garden, it's like, all right, you can eat anything, any fruit you want.
But that,
do not touch that. And they're just like, they didn't question it. That slithery little snake came in, started
messed up everything.
whispering in the ear. It just like, take it. Go ahead and eat that apple.
Yeah.
Who don't like a little applesauce?
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with a little applesauce.
I'm trying to think what you were saying earlier, because I was like, oh, I got the perfect thing for that. And I'm forgetting it now.
Do you remember what I was?
It was about... I mean, it was about sin, but dang, I had a really good point. And
I'll keep talking. If you get it, just interrupt me or whatever. But it's, I mean, like, back to what we were saying. It's like God had it perfect. He had everything designed perfectly. I mean, you read Genesis, first pages. It's like God created light, and the thing that I remember distinctly when I started reading the whole Bible. I'm still in Deuteronomy, so we're still going. But the thing that I saw the most, and I underlined it every single time because I was like, man, that's good. But it's just like, for example, it's like God created the heavens and earth, God created light, and God said it was good.
Yeah.
God said it was good. And it's like he designed this perfect place, Garden of Eden, created man, and then took that rib, created woman, and it was just perfect. It was literally just perfect. And then little applesauce came into perspective from a little snake.
Yeah, a little apple.
And messed that whole thing up. But it comes back to now where it's like that apple could be that drink, or that video, or that substance, or whatever it might be, that's kind of keeping you at bay from the Lord and kind of steering your eyes more towards the devil rather than the Lord and stuff.
I found it.
Yeah.
No.
Not Donald Trump.
Yeah, not that.
Not.
And I should have took a picture of it, but I know that like
the percentages of different
the
dopamine levels from what something gives you.
Yeah, and like I know that pornography is a 200%.
Yeah, I think I've seen something similar to that. Like,
and like
it's
scrolling is 50%.
Yeah.
Alcohol is like 100.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to give y'all the statistic of what that, because this is off a blog, but who cares? The basic dopamine percentage is like 100%. That's just what your brain makes without like
any substances or.
Yeah, that's just your body being its body. It's
right.
Like, yeah. For food is 150, so
kind of basic. Something you get. I mean, when you think about it, dopamine spikes happen with literally everything.
Yeah.
Even like food. I saw something about it where it's like you eat food, and it makes you feel good. Yes, it's nourishing you and actually giving you something you need, but it's making you happy.
Yeah. It's giving you that charge.
Yeah.
Video games is 175%. So playing a game.
Unless you're playing Fortnite and you lose, then you get negative.
But I mean, you're spiked when you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to die.
Right. Yeah.
Sex is 200%.
So that would kind of fall into that category: sex, pornography, anything lust.
Yeah.
Kind of something.
And then a little bit more hard drugs, like 450%.
Yeah.
I don't even know that what that word means.
That's dog.
That's the site. I'm talking about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's like. Well, there's meth. I don't know the difference.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
can I might have to bleep those. I don't know if I can
say those in there.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
But so it's.
I'll just keep it where you said hard drugs.
Yeah. hard drugs, it's over 1,000%.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know where I was going with that, but I wanted to make the statistic of like how much that brain chemical spike does to a person
they get something.
When you get something in your system, or when the devil is attacking you in that way, or when you get that urge, it's like it's that dopamine spike, and it's like you can either lean into that,
or you could resist it.
Yeah, and it's like we know that that's just like we said, temporary happiness.
Yeah.
Or I just say happiness, because happiness is a temporary feeling.
Yeah, definitely.
God is going to give you joy, which is everlasting.
Absolutely.
So it's like, well, if I go on this site, I'm going to be happy for the next 20 minutes. Then I'm going to feel like crap after. If I pick up this bottle, then I'm going to have a hangover later. It can even be in relationships. If I go hang out with this person,
make me feel happy for a little bit. But
yeah, it's like, okay, they make me feel happy. Happiness is temporary. It's not joy what God gives you. And when you put your effort to go just, oh, they make me happy.
Chasing the dopamine.
Yeah, chasing that dopamine in a person or an item, you're really looking at that as like an idol. You're chasing after that consistently. And we know that, like, Moses in that story of them going back and making every idol of a man.
Yeah.
They went 10 feet deeper than they really wanted to. So it's like, it's the same thing, just a different generation of, what was it, the Israelites?
Egyptians? I think it was the Egyptians. It was the Egyptians, yeah, because they, in Leviticus, or Exodus, one of those ones. Genesis, Leviticus. Yeah, in Leviticus,
something like that.
They were helping, God was helping Moses or God was showing Moses how to help them get out of Egypt.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Bible lore.
Like, pretty much. So, they put their faith in a stick or a cow, or
boom.
How it might be in your case.
A brother, for that example.
Yeah, it might be a person. It might be alcohol. It might be a person. It might be whatever that filler word may be for you to fill in that void of whatever you're trying to escape from. Keep running, and God is just gonna keep running after you.
Yeah.
And He gonna sit you down. But yeah, that's where I was going with that earlier.
No, a good segue from that. Excuse you. A good segue from that would be how we were kind of talking about when you get those dopamine spikes, you either lean into them or resist them. I think it's a good segue into talk about how to kind of resist temptations from the devil.
Yeah.
Which is a really good segue, actually. I don't know if you have something to cook up on, but
a little bit. But I mean, if you want to go first, you can. It's up to you.
You go first. I'll go off of you.
So, recently this week, one of the high school kids reached out to me and was like, "Hey, Malik, I'm having a really tough time. My girlfriend broke up with me. The whole works. Not great. And of course, I'm always going to be a helping hand when anyone needs that. And what I told him to resist the urges of anything, of being in not the right headspace or running back to those old habits that aren't good. From personal experience, I told him, stay off your phone if you can. Stay out your room, because that's a safe space too. Go outside, go draw, go pick up a new hobby, go play pickleball. Get out the house. You stay inside the house, you are just gonna
keep yourself just
locked up, secluded, and that's when the enemy really likes to attack somebody's brain and their mind. Not saying that you can't just.
It can't happen everywhere else, but
exactly. But
it's really easy for him to attack when you're all alone by yourself and your own thoughts.
Yeah, it's like you're overly thinking in your head. It's like, not saying that you can't just be in your room just
existing or chilling. But
yeah, chilling, like you're doing something productive to get your mind off of it, but
you're in your thoughts. Let me go chill in my room and just sit there.
Like I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't see anybody. I don't want to go outside. It's like you have that mentality, And the devil's just like, yes, 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 yes.
Keep going, keep going, keep
He's
going.
already low. He can't get any lower.
Let me drop this on him real quick.
Yeah, let me get him lower. So it's like,
let me send him this text real quick.
exactly, like not distracting yourself in a way, but more like trying to make a better habit for yourself, so that like, hey, I put a lot of effort and energy into this person or this thing or whatever it might be. It might be a job or, like I said, a relationship, a person, or it could be a sport that you used to play and you're not playing it anymore. Finding another avenue and changing that perspective of like, oh my gosh, I put my all into this. Like, there's no life without football, basketball, whatever that sport may be, or my job, or schoolwork. Like, oh, I'm a failure. Like, all those words, it's like they're diminishing and degrading, and it's like,
and it's all from the devil.
It's all from the devil, and it's like, of course, he's gonna say those words to you. There's not
Can't
like
do much about it.
No, it's not like you can. Oh, if I just put worship music on for 24 hours,
he's gonna get louder.
Yeah, he'll find a different way to talk to you. It doesn't even have to be music.
It could literally be in between that song.
Yeah.
As soon as that song's over, he starts talking in between it.
Or like,
and then immediately after the next song plays, you're like, wait, what was that?
Yeah.
And then turn down the music a little bit.
Then you start listening, and then he's so shifty.
Again.
He's so very shifty. Now that's what I've learned from my past. Not just push it under the rug, but find a better avenue to cope with it.
Right. And like you said, not an outlet. It has to be something where it's not like, I think a good example that we could probably use is lifting, working out.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like I feel like there's definitely times that we probably done it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And just went in there and be like, man, I'm just gonna destroy myself right now.
Yeah.
And
I want to feel something again, so I'm gonna go in there and just.
Right.
That's the wrong reason to go in the gym.
But if you're like going in there being like, all right, man, that sucked, but I'm gonna get better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get myself right. That's like, it's the different. I feel like the difference between an outlet and a cope is like, if you're using it as an outlet, you're just using it to replace that feeling. But if you're doing something to cope, you're doing something to not replace it, but learn to live with it.
Exactly.
Right. And I think, kind of going off of what you were saying, it's like I've been better about it now as I get older, and I kind of look at life a lot differently than I probably used to 1, 2, 3 years ago, even 6 months ago. But it's like it's like the devil really can get a grasp on you when you don't really realize it. It can't even be just him talking to you. It could literally just be things you're doing, the way you talk about people, the way you carry yourself, the way you act, the way you kind of just how you carry yourself, really, and just the way you act around other people where it's like, if you're by yourself, you're all like kind of down, but then when you're around other people, you're just trying to fake it.
Yeah, you're playing that card,
which is I mean,
it's easy to get into,
but it's not healthy, because it's like you gotta,
in the long run.
It's like, if you and trust me, because I did it for years. I put that facade on of me just pretending I was happy because I didn't really want to talk about what was going on, and it was kind of like that thing is like, if I talked about it with people, they would just be like, man, I don't want to talk to you about that. It's like, it's depressing. Which some people are like that, but a lot of people don't really know how to help you with that. So their first response is to be like, sorry, I don't know what to do. And then they just kind of brush you off. But once you find that kind of close-knit group of people, like for me, it's Malik, it's Patty, it's my parents even. It's like a couple other people that I've got in my circle, where it's like, before I felt like I was alone, but now it's like, all right, I've got God and I've got the friends that he brought me. But back to what I was saying is like, if you leave yourself in those kind of dark spots and just
mope around
and just sit around thinking, it's like, man,
there's no way.
What am I gonna do? It's like, for me, the last few weeks, I've been going through some stuff, and it's like, the first couple weeks was me just like, not even. It's like the first week I was like, all right, we're good. And then that second week hit, I'm like, man, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do from here on out? Like, what's it going to look like?
Running to God.
Yeah, right. No, literally. And then that next week was me starting to run to God. Still really, really difficult. Devil was still super loud because he was like, oh, this is my chance to get at him right now. And then even, honestly, it was probably this week where Sunday, I talked with Malik. I was not in a good spot. I was, a lot happened. But basically, I have an issue with, I won't say issue, but I have a real habit of bottling up, kind of pushing under the rug my emotions of what I'm dealing with just because I don't want to deal with them when I'm around people. So it's like if I'm around people and I'm starting to feel like that, they come over to me, I'm like, let me just sweep it on the rug, act happy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's a bad habit, it really is. But just after talking with Malik about it, I was really just like, all right, Monday, I'm just going to put full focus. And it's like, I've said it before, but it's like that time I really could feel like I meant it.
Yeah. Actions speak louder than words.
They do.
It's like, oh, I'm going to shift my perspective. I'll start really getting to the Bible. I'll start going to life group. You can say all these things, but like
until you actually put it into action.
Yeah, until you do it, there's not going to be any change, and you're still going to be in the same spot that you were
previously.
Yeah, 10
and
months ago.
God's going to keep looking at you and just be like,
all right, we're waiting.
All right, I'm waiting. You told me you're going to put it in effect. Let's see it. Let's see it happen, and then I'll start doing stuff. But it's like until you start doing stuff, I ain't going to do anything.
No, his relationship and your relationship is a two-way street, like we talked about last week.
It can't be one way. It can't be one-sided.
He's not a genie in a bottle where you can just ask for whatever you want and he'll do it. No. You got to put faith in actions and walk it out and trust. I mean, that's the biggest thing. We already know God is already going to be there. He's always there. And we put that on the back burner and kind of forget about it. We put God on the back burner and sorry. Cut it again. My bad. Cut it again. We tend to put God on the back burner and just kind of just put him in a corner and put him in a box, knowing that, hey, in the long run, it'll get better,
Kind of just letting him play spectator.
Yeah, literally.
But not let him play coach.
No, play coach and the player. Like, he's your teammate, too, if you want to look at it that way. He's everyone on the court. He's assisting us to make the basket. So it's like, he's there. He'll always be there. He's there right now. He's here while you're listening to this podcast right now. He's here sitting in this seat right next to us. He's always here.
Mm-hmm.
He's always like, hey, bro, you keep moping. You're disappointed. Yes, that's life. It's going to have disappointments and ups and downs. But you turn to him every time, but you should do that first before you even think about, oh, let me go outside. Now, sometimes you can take some time to process. I'm a processor. So I have to let it process through it. I'm like, all right, God. I talked it over with myself. I looked at the pieces. Let's build this puzzle back together because it's broken. So taking that time and don't rush that process of healing and finding that inner peace that you need. Because, I mean, he gives us grace. So he's going to help us in the end. But, yeah.
Healing's it's a very, very important part of anything that you're going through, especially when it's that kind of season of either hurt, brokenness, or just kind of disappointment even. Healing's very, very important. I mean, a lot of people try to rush it. And I mean, I could bring it back to me. It's like, the stuff that I've been going through, it's like, man, I really wish that it would just come sooner, or just like, God just show me something now so I know what to kind of expect. But it's like, can't do that to him.
No, he's like, no.
That ain't how it looks in the playbook, dog.
No, sorry. I got
like, you're trying to call audibles, but that's not how it works here.
Yeah, can't do that.
Can't be playing audibles with God.
No, he got the script down.
He got the script down.
His plan better than ours, so we gotta put trust in him, and that's the hardest thing about
really
a faith walk.
It is
putting trust,
especially in today's society where it's constantly a lot of people either taking things out of context, out of taking scripture out of context, or just honestly just bashing everybody and bashing anything for what they might believe, think, like, support, whatever. It's like there's so much hate now in the world than there ever has been, period. It's like, I mean, yeah, you can go back to even when Jesus was walking around. I mean, people got stoned back then for believing in Jesus. It's like, I mean, nobody's getting stoned here, but mentally, the warfare is huge.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, the battle's bigger than it ever has been. And physically, it might not be like that, but mentally, man, it's like the devil's in action. He's been fighting. He's been fighting since he got kicked out. Kicked out of Little League. Kicked out of heaven.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He did get kicked out of heaven.
He did, yeah. But it's like ever since that happened, man, he's been trying to grow, but it's like he's been talking, he's been fighting that war, but yeah, healing is a very important process, and trying to rush it is pointless, because if you rush it, you're just gonna end up back where you were before, and you're either gonna be in a worse spot or you're gonna be right back where you were. So it's like there's no point in rushing it, but for me, it's like, man, just gotta put my focus in God and just trust that He's got something going on. I'm gonna do my thing. I mean, hey, it worked for me. I mean, this week has probably been the best week I've had in a while.
It's great.
So, I mean, just in terms of how I've been thinking and just going about life, and I mean, finally finishing that welding test, man, that felt so good. And I knew I was doing good too. One of the instructors even was like, he's like, man, I'm proud of you. You've been putting in the work, not even just these last few days, but like the last couple weeks. And I'm like, glad I said that, because sure wasn't feeling like that a little bit ago. But it's like seeing that I mean, especially what I can't remember if I said it last episode, but I might not have. But when we had the worship night, it was last week, right?
Week before. That's when the election happened.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But we had that worship night. I was just worshiping, and one of the elders at our church, Pastor Bob, shout out Pastor Bob.
He's an elder?
I think he is.
He's Brother Bob. So.
He's just Brother Bob. If he's an elder or not, he's Brother Bob.
He's just Brother Bob.
Pastor Bob. Either way, shout out him. He's really been helpful through a lot of stuff I've been going through. But man, I was worshiping, and I kept feeling a little nudge on my shoulder, and it kept making me look over towards him, because they had just brought all the people down at the front. So if you wanted to go get prayed for, you go do it. I kept feeling a nudge, and then I
caved in.
Kept feeling my head kind of turned towards him, and then I just like, all right, whatever, we're gonna go over there. And then man, he was praying, and it was like, to hear firsthand what it kind of looks like from a person looking from afar as a spectator, to like see how I'm like, I mean, he was like, when he was praying, he's like, God, I really can see that He's got all his eyes on you, just by the way he's worshiping. And it's like, I mean, you can't fake that.
No.
I mean, like, you can raise your hands, close your eyes, but at the end of the day, it's like, all right, are you just doing that to play the part, or are you actually fighting right now?
Yeah.
And I mean, just to hear that alone gave me a lot of really good energy, honestly, because it made me feel like I was actually making progress. I mean, even just now, it's like I'm almost done with school. I'm flying through stuff. Been super productive. I mean, the podcast episodes we've been pushing them out. I mean, conversation's been really, really good. It's been a little bit slow at like the start, but I mean, we're only getting better.
Yeah.
But and devil don't like that. But you know what? We're gonna keep fighting, baby.
That's why he was making it so slow. He's like,
Yeah, we're gonna keep fighting though. But yeah, temptation, man. It's a challenge.
Yeah, it is.
It's a big challenge. Yeah, some other things I want to kind of mention or go to from there. I don't really have a segue to that, but it is what it is. I kind of want to talk about just like, I feel like a lot of people now don't really get the right impression on how exactly to get into heaven, or how to just be saved in general. I've heard it from a couple people. I'm not gonna mention their names, but I've heard things from them that it was like, they were told that since they aren't a Christian, they weren't a Christian as long as that person who was telling them, they weren't going to get into heaven as easily as they were. And I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
It's hypocritical right there.
No, it is. And I was genuinely like caught off guard, and I was like, that's crazy that they would say that to you, because that's just not even close to how it works.
Nope.
And I mean, it's as simple as that. It's like you get saved the day that you say Jesus is Lord and he died on the cross for our sins. And I believe that. And I believe in the resurrection. The day, the minute, the second you say that,
Boom.
you're going to heaven, baby. That's as simple as it is. It's
Yeah.
like, it don't get more difficult than that. However, the journey, it's going to be a little hard. It's going to be challenging, but nobody said it was going to be easy. The easy way, if you want to take if you look at it this way, you got a fork in the road. You go left, you go right. You go left, devil's waiting on you. He's got all this stuff. He's got drinking, he's got drugs, he's got sex, he's got money, cars, fame, power, idolization. You name it, it's all there waiting for you. You can go left, have it all. Boom, you set. You're gonna be happy for as long as you can be. Or you go right. The Lord's waiting for you with open arms, and He's waiting on you. He's got your friends there. He's got your family. He's got your current or future relationships. He's got the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. He's got, he's got joy over there.
Yeah.
And it's like, there might not be a lot of stuff that you're going to see over there. You're going to see some of it. But to the extent of where it came from, you ain't going to see that over there. Over there, you're going to see a lot of hate. You're going to see a lot of no care mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see a lot of people just not caring what people think about them, and they're going to do whatever they want. No rules apply over there. You over here, man, it's going to be peaceful. There's going to be rules, but it's going to be rules to keep you close to God. And I think that it's a pretty clear choice on which one I'm going to go. Definitely going to go right. I mean, you either happy for some time until, you can't take all that stuff with you when you die.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, honestly. It's like the money, fame, cars, whatever, sex, all that stuff, drugs, you can't take that with you when you die. When you die, none of that's coming with you. When you go this way, you go with Jesus, you go with the Lord, you die, you're going to be up there with him, you're going to be up there with your family, your friends, everybody else who believes.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're going to be looking around. This is the thing that I've been thinking about a lot, too. It's like, man, when I get up there, who am I going to see, who am I not going to see? Like, who actually was being genuine about it? Who was actually consistent and was actually grinded and put their faith in Jesus, and who actually didn't? It's like, I'm going to go up there, and it's like, I hope I see some people, but I know a lot of them I ain't going to see.
Yeah.
It hurts, but it's like, man, it's like,
it's a choice. It's
a choice, and at the end of the day, all we can do is show them a path.
Yeah, God gives free will, so we can say yes or no to his dedication.
Like we said, he's a way maker. He ain't a genie.
No,
he'll show you the way, but he ain't gonna give you exactly what you want at that moment.
No, not at all.
That's what Satan can do. If you want all that stuff, you go down with him, but eventually all that stuff's gonna disappear, or
you're just gonna get bored.
Yeah, or you're just gonna get bored, and you're gonna be like, "Why did I do this for?"
Yeah, you're like, "Why am I stuck in this cycle of same crap, different toilets?" Like, man, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Or you can go ahead and take that, because like you said, the fork. One way, that's probably like half a mile, and you're right there at hell's. Heaven, that's at least 50 miles. Like, you gonna have to walk, you gonna have to grind, you got to go up and down hills.
But then as soon as you get to the end of it,
oh my gosh,
stairs to heaven, baby.
Love, joy, peace, happiness, kindness, goodness, grace, like all
gratitude. It's like all of it.
All the fruits.
The other side, you get to the end of that mile road, it's just a drop.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Because if you look at a lot of people, like celebrities and stuff, it's like they get to the very top, and then they don't know where to go from there.
Yeah.
I think a big example, I don't know if you saw it, but a big example that I saw, Justin Bieber, he was recently sharing his testimony on a stage in front of a ton of people. If y'all have seen it, I don't know if I'll put a clip in it because it's
super long.
Yeah, it's long. But even his like newer music, where it's like one song by him called Lonely. I don't know if you've heard it. Really, really good song. Just talking about him, how he's like, and in the song it talks about, like, what if you had it all? but nobody to call. Like, it's like he had everything at such a young age, but literally, like, he didn't know what to do with any of it.
Yeah.
And I think now he's starting to realize, like, the love and grace of God, and that all of that was because of God, but he just used it in the wrong way.
Yeah, he's been tossing and turning in his face.
He's definitely moving up, though.
Yeah.
But that's just an example I had. But it's like a lot of celebrities, you see them, they're at the very top, and then all of a sudden it just starts dropping, and dropping, and all of a sudden they've got nothing left. And it's I hate to say it, but it's like, you take Diddy into perspective. He had it all, and now he is currently being convicted of a lot of not good stuff.
No, hopefully they
put that
in
brother,
his case
put that brother away.
Yeah, they put him away, or at least, I mean, what they were talking about, people had signed consent forms. So it's like, well, in that case, you don't even have a fair enough trial on that, because people legally already signed that off. You signed up for the Diddy party, practically.
Yeah, I mean,
you signed up for. I mean, sorry, like,
I mean, that's
what sucks about it. It's like, I mean, he might be right next to R. Kelly and what's his face that got locked up? Bill Cosby. Yeah, like, they all might be sharing a bunk together. We'll see, but
cellmates.
No, for real. Got the best album yet to man.
They're just bumping music in there.
Making music. I want a cookie.
Oh Lord. But back to kind of what we were saying. I had a really good verse for talking about. It honestly goes kind of with that fork in the road kind of situation. It's from Romans 6:23. It says, "For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life in Jesus Christ our Lord." And I mean, it's like, you look at that fork in the road, you go left, for the wages of your sin, man, it's death. That's a wrap. Like, you get to the end of that road and that's it. It's like, you ain't, nothing else happens. It's like, that's it. But as long as you accept Jesus in your heart, you go right, man. That's going to be everlasting joy, happiness, peace. All the stuff we've mentioned. It's like, it's free will. God gave us free will for a reason. And obviously Adam and Eve had to go doof it up in the beginning. Could have been so much easier.
No, he already knew what was going to happen.
But you know what? It is what it is. I mean,
that's why we have faith now.
Exactly. It's why we have faith. It's why Jesus was brought down to earth. It's why he was arrested and killed, and horrible stuff done to him. And then 3 days later, that stone rolled back, man. But it's like, which way you choosing? You choosing left or you choosing right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's pretty clear which choice I'm gonna be picking. And I know a lot of people, they're gonna be picking too, but a lot of other people are gonna be choosing left, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose that easy route, man.
I'm just gonna go ahead and
it's convenient, bro.
I'm just go ahead and ride on down here. Give me that Lambo real quick. Give me that Hellcat.
Yeah. I want the Scat Pack.
But God, I want the Scat Pack.
But God got more than the Scat Pack.
You got the McLaren.
He got the Hellcat. He got that Hellcat.
Yeah, this guy got.
He got the ghoul. Yeah, he got. Yeah, he got the ghoul up there.
Oh, he got the ghoul. He got the demon Y body.
No, literally. He got the slim body up there too. You didn't even know about that.
You got the Hellcat Angel. What you know about that?
I don't know about that. That's so contradicting. Hellcat Angel. It's like, what? Hell? Angel?
Excuse me?
I mean,
what we doing? I'll take it.
That's an Angel Cat. Angel Cat, whatever it is. Yeah, this is a V12.
Instead of the, it's just.
Yeah. I'll drive that. I ain't gonna lie.
It'd be hard. That'd be crazy.
I'll be flooring it.
down the highways.
Yeah. That's an Angel Cat. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's an Angel Cat.
Yo, Dodge, you need to lock in and make that happen.
Yeah, skip all that electric bull crap you be making, bro.
You need to put that in the toaster, bro.
Yeah, bro. You making sounds for a car. We don't want that.
You're a muscle car company, not an electric car company. Lock in.
What else we got?
Yeah, another thing I have, kind of another thing that I was told by somebody else was, man, it's really hard to do this without kind of putting them on the spot, but I ain't gonna do that. But it's like, basically, try. Hold on, I'm trying to get my thoughts together.
I was like, you should ask for his consent, and then just said it.
Nah.
Hey, bro, can I use you in the video? Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't. It's chill. But it's like, people, people that are scared that they're not going to be as good as a Christian as somebody else, kind of like what we were saying earlier, where it's like, oh, I've been a Christian longer than you. I've got a better chance to getting into heaven than you have. It's like when people are, I think that's what makes it so hard in today's society. It's like when you got people like Cliff Connectel preaching
every university.
Ephesians chapter 1.
Yeah.
Like, he's cooking. It's like,
I want him to come to Clemson. Come to Clemson, please, if you're ever watching this.
I want him to come on the podcast. I know it won't happen for a little bit, but that would be a pretty good.
Just email him. He'll probably do it.
Yeah, I'll email him. I'll be like, yo, you trying to come down to South Carolina? Pull up.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like with people like that, and not even just people like that, it's like with the normalcies that are in our day-to-day life now, it's like, how am I going to be as good as a Christian as that person? I think a good example would be where I'm at currently. It's like I'm a blue collar a welder, so it's like every single person that I'm at school with, they drink, they smoke, they talk about sex, they talk about you name it, all the bad stuff, and God ain't never on their mind. And I'll tell you, there's been a lot of times where a few people there have denounced God in front of me, and I'm just like, oh, you just wait till something happens. No, I'm just playing. No,
you praying on the downfall.
praying on the downfall, baby. No, but it's like when that happens, I'm just like, all right, cool, that's all right. I ain't gonna talk like that, but you talk like that, it's all you. Mm-hmm. But it's like, but when you got stuff like that, it's like, and then you got me just chilling there by myself, like, I don't do nothing. No, it is. It's like feeling like the odd one out. I think that's a good way to put it, rather than being scared. It's like you don't want to feel like the odd one out. Like I've been trying to cut back on swearing. The reason why I do it, especially when I'm at school, is to make it more comfortable for people to talk with me.
Yeah.
Because I think, and I've seen, they said it on George Janko's podcast. Shout out. That's my dog. Anyways, but basically it's like the whole reason why it's like swearing in itself is bad when it's cursing God, but whenever it's you can use it to like uplift people. But they were talking about something where someone else said that it's even better if you use it to get closer to people to show them Jesus, because at the end of the day, if you just start talking your whole little spiel about Lord and Savior, they're gonna get tuned out real quick.
Yeah,
but if you start throwing in some swear words here and then, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, word.
So he's normal like me.
Yeah, so he's
human.
Yeah, he's human. He's like me. He's not just some person that's all holy and
thinks he's all that in the bag of
tissues or something.
Like, no,
but it's like we're all sinners. We're all not perfect. Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Broken.
We're all broken. Yeah, it's like. But the whole reason I do it is so I can get into that kind of space. So then, whenever the time comes to get my opportunity to speak into their hearts, I can, and it'll come out of nowhere. It'll come like a right hook. Mike Tyson.
Dong. That brother's floating in the air.
But it's like feeling like the odd one out definitely can be hard. And I feel it's like I'm literally, there might be one other person, but in terms of actually putting my faith to action, I'm probably the only one there that's doing it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like I'm trying to put people on blast or anything or be like, you're a bad person, I'm better than you. But it's like it's not the case at all. It's like we all sin. We're all not perfect. We're all broken. We're all not perfect. And the only person it was Jesus. And he's the only one that could save us from our sins, and he did. And it's like trying to
be the light in
trying to be the light in the dark places. Shout out NF. Trying to see the light in the dark when there ain't none.
There you go.
I mean, you can. I mean, a lot of times I kind of step back on it, and it's like, man, why did this happen? Why did that happen? It's like, God, why would you do that? But then I gotta check myself. Other people, they're just gonna keep going about their day-to-day life, and it's like, people are gonna notice, and whether they choose to lean in on it or not is up to them. I mean, you can start. I mean, it's kind of what I do. I'll double down on whatever I'm saying. It's like people try and talk to me about at school even. It's like people try and talk to me about like sex or drugs or whatever, and I'm just like, nah, I don't swing that way. Or it's even like the amount of times I've gotten offered a vape, offered a Zen, offered something. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. It's like, I don't care. It's like, dude, I don't care. Or I've tried to get me to say something or do something. It's like, bro, I'm not doing that. It's like,
not following into the peer pressure.
No, I'm not following it. I'm not falling for it. It's like, not only do I not want to do it because I just don't want to, it's like I got morals, you know. And I find myself saying it a lot, which is kind of unfortunate. But it's like, man, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna take that. It's like, bro, I've got morals, and God's watching me, and
So you got the standards. It's
yeah, no, I got the standards.
You put yourself to a higher pedestal,
right? And not even to a point where it's like I'm above them, but it's to a point where my morals and their morals aren't matched, because my morals are with Jesus, and their morals are God knows where.
The world.
Yeah, just out there floating.
Yeah, it's
swimming around.
It's for the world. It's temporary. It's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna live a worldly temporary life where I get stuck in a cycle of doing the same thing every day or every week, and I'm just living for the weekend.
Yeah,
that's no way to live.
Yeah,
at all.
I mean, like if you're one of the guys at school, he's even saying he's like, yeah, I don't feel too good. I'm like, oh, you good? And he's like, yeah, no, yesterday I downed like 9 beers before 9 p.m. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? First off, brother's 19. But it's like, it's just like feeding into the easy route is dangerous. It's easy, but at the end of the day, it's not going to get you anywhere other than deeper in the hole. And, man, God's got the shovel. He can go dig you out. Satan, he's also got a shovel, but he's digging that thing deeper.
Yeah, he is.
And I'll put it this way. Satan's got the shovel, but God's got the dump truck to fill that dirt back in.
Yes.
And he's got the excavator to pull you out. But it's like, which hole are you going in?
Are you gonna reach out for the excavator, or are you just gonna
let yourself get dug deeper?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna just take a shovel with him and dig him.
I'm gonna help. Yeah, I'm gonna help him out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll close it out real quick and then let you get out.
You know what's funny? Remember I told you it was at 2:30? It's 2:12.
All right, so thank you guys for watching the podcast. Malik's got to go. We realized we went way over time. But if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave it a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get all of our updates.
Yeah, and have a great week.
Yeah, have a great week. I've been Aiden.
I'm Malik.
Peace. All right.
Go.
You go.
We'll be there in 15 minutes.